Creating special effects is the magic of entertainment, whether that's practical effects on stage or something much more cinematic. I love those little details that all add up to sell an illusion. So whether you're using them for a small prop or something much more dramatic, this is Special Effects in Planet Coaster 2. Well, g'day everyone, it's Taggy here. I hope you're doing really well. In this video, I'm going to deconstruct a whole range of special effects using just the default pieces in this game. When you combine moving platforms and emitters, you can get some very compelling cinematic experiences. So if that's your kind of thing, or you just want to come along for the ride, let's add some flair to our theme parks, and I hope you enjoy. Well, I had a lot of fun creating this little surfy exhibit, and yeah, the standing barrel wave is the star of the show, complete with 4 little surfy guys based off Pauldemeeuw's original character, which I've adapted, and yeah, I think the overall effect is really quite stunning. You've got these jets coming in, giving the illusion of water pushing up against the wall and crashing over, and when you combine all of the whitewash and splashing, it really gives an effect that looks convincing. It's sitting in a pool, and we've got the wave machine going so you can get that subtle movement, and yeah, it really is just a few elements creating the overall effect. So if you didn't remember from my last video, you can create water effects using these water blocks, and if you attach them to a moving platform and set the symmetry chart to rotational 4, you can get a nice cylinder, and then that spins around. You add a whole heap of those together and you get the basis of the wave. So if I pull this up, you can see it's a bunch of cylinders spinning clockwise with some ripples on the end, and then the lip is going in the opposite direction, basically creating the illusion of that sort of falling water. So let's have a quick look underground and have a look at the monstrosity of what this is. So yeah, quite a bit of work involved, but once you set it up, it is blueprintable, and you've got all your different water effects coming together to create a very cool illusion. So I had a lot of fun making it. It might be a little bit too much for some people, but I get that. Anyway, it'll be on the workshop and you can download it and install it in your water parks. So I hope you enjoy. So a very different kind of wave now, a whirlpool, and you're going to see me use a bunch of the horrible hacks that I picked up in my last video, and I really just went into this blind, didn't know what a whirlpool looked like other than what I remembered from movies, and just experimented. So that's really the process, just using the tools available, trying different things, and you'll see here it kind of came together. Not everything works the first time, so special effects is all about layering. In most compositing software, you start with something fundamental and you keep adding and adding and adding. So I've got the water effects here, I've got little decals attached to various blobs of rotating water, and by the end of it, it kind of looks like a whirlpool. I think that's what's fun about special effects, is you can just experiment and hope it comes together. By the time you're done, you might hate it or love it, but you learn something pretty much every time you try. Well, from one stormy sea to another, this little starry night diorama with lightning bolts and a rowing boat just completed the set for me for creating something very dynamic. And the star of the show are these little lightning bolts. So you can see they're little blue shapes, but they're somehow becoming very bright. Now, if you haven't figured it out already, the secret is behind the wall here, and you'll be able to see a bunch of moving platforms that are pushing forward with explosive down to up. These are vertical pieces rotated on their side, and it gives a great illusion of lightning punching through the wall, or in this case, a blue light lighting up. And with the addition of some spotlights down here flashing at the right time, it gives a really great effect. I've also got these little light bulb pieces that are sticking into the wall just to give the effect of a nighttime light, and they're sequenced using the standard changing colors. Everything else is just a basic animation, and yeah, it really is a very simple scene with only a couple hundred pieces. So, but the cartoony vibe, I really dig it, and it's something you could probably put in a dark ride with maybe multiple panels and tell a story as you go past. So yeah, this will be on the workshop too, but hopefully you like it. It's a little cartoony piece, and yeah, I was really proud of it. So just like our theatre illusion, we also were able to create a cracking piece of ice in the sequence that opened this video. And so yeah, little cracks are appearing, rocks are falling, the text is popping through, and we've got a whole bunch of particle effects firing. So if we take a look behind the wall, you can see exactly what's going on. And the rotating rocks are getting ready to fall once more. And yeah, you can see the little crack pieces, and they'll shoot off through the wall, giving the illusion. Then the snow coloured text, followed by the coloured text. It all pulls back and gives the illusion. So yeah, I thought it was really fun to be able to make the actual title screen in Planet Coaster 2. And again, it's something you might use in a dark ride or who knows what, but cracking glass certainly could be useful for a number of reasons. And yeah, there it goes. Pretty cool. Okay, so knowing what we know from the theatre, can you guess how the little potion brew is happening? It's basically the same sort of thing, pushing up through the floor, bubbles, and they're growing in size and changing colour to pop, and a little spark is going off with them. And I think it's a really cute effect. It's something that's really eye-catching. So let's deconstruct it. I'm going to take away the container, and we've got some rotating water on the top, which means that anything that's within it goes that darker colour, which gives it sort of that soupy look. And then as it pops through, the colour emerges, which works really well. And it's on a little pink base just to make it really stand out. So let's have a look at one of these little poppers. And again, if we come under the ground, you can see all the magic. And yeah, basically, this is a stack of three, lamps, and they're scaled differently. And as they appear, they go from small to large. So it looks like they're growing in size, but actually it's just a smaller one appears first, then slightly delayed is a medium, and then a larger one. And it gives the effect of it growing as it pops up, which was a really cool special effect. So yeah, I really liked how that one came together. And yeah, once it's fully grown, it's also on a rotator that spins at a stepped random interval. So it sort of looks like it's skidding along the top of the surface. So let's grab one of these guys, and we'll just bring them up so you can see exactly what's going on. So yeah, the little light appears first. There's a spark emitter attached to the top one, and it fires just before it gets pulled down, so you never see it. And you can see it stepping as it rotates across. So a rotating stepper, three vertical platforms with little lamps, and yeah, what a cool effect. So yeah, use your creativity, think of different ways to experiment with these moving platforms, and you can come up with some pretty cool stuff. So that one I really love. Okay, last effect for the day, and yeah, it's lava, and it came out way better than I thought it would actually. And I saw Stan Wolf doing one as well, and sorry Stan, I wasn't trying to copy you, I'd been working on this one for a little bit. But yeah, this is using the same sort of effect with the river rapids, and instead of using water pieces, I'm actually using light globes. And so yeah, it does create some very, very eye-catching scenery. And yeah, don't do that, that would be bad. So here is both the rolling lights and bubbling effect from before to create this very dynamic, fluidy look. And I've incorporated a bunch of flames and other things as well. And yeah, it just looks great the way it lights up, just like you'd sort of expect. I've got a couple of spotlights here to give a bit of blue to the rocks, and yeah, that creates a really nice contrast. So how should I show you this one? Well, first let's have a look at it in the day, and you'll see it's not quite as good in the day, but it is sort of realistic in that it doesn't glow quite as much. So let's go to settings, and yeah, we'll crank it forward to morning. And yeah, even here in the morning it looks really nice. Like, that's just, oh wow. I love the backdrop on the tropic setting. It's just like, yeah, a scene from Hawaii or something as the lava oozes out. And yeah, we'll keep going. Even in shade, looks really good. Got the rocks here that are colored red. And that's a big thing. A lot of my effects, I really want them to work in the different types of lighting. So as it comes out, even in the day, well, it's not as glowy, it still kind of looks like lava. And yeah, that sort of oozy lava with the molten rock is something that, yeah, was a real challenge, but I'm glad I got it. So we'll crank it back to night, and let's have a look at some of the cooler aspects of this. Well, as always, let's go underground and have a look at what is going on here. Wow. Okay, so we've got a whole nest of these string lights rotating, and that creates a bit of texture. And then the main event is these blobs of lava. So I'll pull one out and we can have a look at it and what is actually going on here. So in effect, this is just a rotator with these sort of Planet Coaster wall light number 6. So if I pull it out, you can see exactly what that is. And yeah, by combining them, wow, looking cool. There's some special effects created on the fly. You can do some really cool stuff with rotations and yeah, symmetry. But yeah, it's just those layered with the highlighted piece, and once they're in place, you can, yeah, put them into a sequence to get a nice flowing effect. And what I've done is I've really brightened up some of them, so that gives us sort of the impression that the hot lava's come out of the rock and then it's cooling as it goes down. And you want a slow effect, you know, it really needs to be a nice, yeah, sort of bubbling. And those light bulbs sort of blend in with the other lights because it's sort of the same material. And you notice here there's a shimmery effect, and this is one of my favorite little hacks, is taking one of those special effects. So let's get the, I think it's the pyro jet flame, one of these ones. Yeah, the jet fire large. And if we turn that to black, it gives this really cool shimmering effect. So when I was melting Planet Coaster, Queen Coaster before in the opening, I had one of those sitting in front of it to make it look like it was melting. So yeah, you can just place it down like that. And yeah, anything you then put in front of it, or behind it rather, will sort of look like it's a light. So I might grab a statue. Let's just come into here and pick out something like, yeah, something like that. And you can sort of see it gives it this effect that it's on fire without it being a flame effect like you see in the background there. And if you make this dark, yeah, you can get some pretty cool stuff happening. So yeah, I really love that little hack. Probably should have put it in my hack videos, but there you go. As part of this sort of lava effect, it works really, really well. And so yeah, yeah, you can do all sorts of wild stuff. Maybe a ride rolling through here, I don't know, but yeah, just yeah, because it's light, the effect it has on the other objects works super, super well. So yeah, that's my lava flowing effect. and you can imagine a whole volcano or something. But yeah, it's probably pretty piece heavy and resource heavy, and yeah, so you'd want to use it sparingly, obviously. But yeah, man, Planet Coaster, what a cool game, hey? It's just got so many amazing effects built into it, and yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed this video. Took me quite a while to put together all these scenes, so yeah, give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you enjoyed it. But as always, I really do appreciate all your comments and the fun feedback, so thank you again for joining me on this one, and we'll continue creating and trying different things in this game. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one, everyone, and cheers.